Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm just joking, it's not time. But to me, it's like morning because I'm like dying. Hello, sis. Hello, sis. How you doing? Um, Before we go on, I know there ain't that many people in here right now, but there'll probably be a lot here in a minute. Go to bed. I need to go to bed. I'm sore. I'm hurting, but I've been in bed. I can't sleep. I've got a lot of things to do, and I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be really, really good, sis. I really do. Thank you, sis. Um, I can't really sleep right now because a lot's on my mind. A lot's going on in my mind right now. I want to become more like I used to be, but at the same time, I'm also understanding I'm sitting here fighting with people who really don't even matter to me. They don't even matter. And I guess I'm doing that because I want to be accepted, but I'll never be accepted by these people. I have to understand that. And, I was talking a while ago and a couple of team members, and they was like, look, what's going to happen when we start doing this? I mean, it's going to be like, they're going to come back. They're going to be there, but are you going to be there for them? And I had to really take my time to think about that because it's close. I never thought that I'd be back in this situation again, where I had this opportunity, and it's like God gave me this second chance, and I'm not going to mess it up. This whole week is going to be full of doctor's appointments and having to do this, having to do that, make sure I'm in good health for this, good health for that. I've got a decision to make whether or not I'm going to have eye surgery. Also, I don't know about it. I really don't. I've never really, I really don't know many people who don't know about when it comes to that. So, but I just think that maybe I'll just let the doctors put it in the doctor's hands, and maybe the Lord's hands, and for sure the Lord's hands. But you don't need to be accepted. Anyone, stop trying to live your life, please. Others, keep your head up. Stay. Well, that's what I'm saying, because on Facebook a while ago, somebody really said, you know, a person we grew up with. Well, I mean, she watched us as we grew up. Sis, she said, it's the words she said to me. She said, you know, I'm glad you're trying to get back to where you were and on the right path. And that really got me because she remembers when I did all this stuff when I was great at one time. So I'm kind of looking to the stars and the skies now, and I've got this opportunity again. I've built myself up. I want to do this. I'm ready to do this. The team is all for it, and I'm like, how do we go about it? How do we go about it? It's kind of hard because I'm at this point now. I can sit here and talk about it all I want to, and that's what a lot of people do, but I just need to get out there and do it. So seeing that I can still compete and I can still be, an access, there's like an accessory for people to use to help with, that made me feel really, really well. I know, Karen. Thank you. I appreciate that. But seeing all these other people doing this to me, and tomorrow I got a big important meeting tomorrow, and it's kind of it's going to be more of a walking through a portal type. It's kind of something that I need to do. I have to step away from these people because if I sit here and argue with these idiots, I'm never going to be able to do what I want to do. I'm never going to be able to accomplish that. I've lost enough in life that I don't want to lose no more. I don't want to lose no more. I'm tired. Today was really, really bad, you know, and I know the next month of the surgeries and stuff coming up, it's going to be wild. Now, I gotta be honest with you. I want to do something never before ever done, and I want to form something that's never been formed, and I'm doing good with that. I'm doing really, really well with that, but it takes time. It does take time. First off, I had to build my body up. I've got my body built the way I want it now. I can do things. I'm stronger than ever before. I'm faster than ever before. My heart is right. My mind is clear. I've got that going for me. It's just that I'm trying too hard to make everybody else follow suit. And I know I can't do that now. I know that there has to be a lead by example. And I understand that 100%. You know, uh, it's hard. I ain't gonna lie. It's hard coming back into this. It really is. And I really I don't know about it. I really don't. For the first time in my life, I can say, hey, can I still do this? Am I that person still? And to be honest with you, I don't have nowhere near the heart that I used to have. I let hate take over. I let a lot of hate take over. And I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. But I did. I let so much hate take over my life. And now I feel so good. I've got my family back. I'm getting along with my sisters who are awesome. And I think it's amazing. You know, to hear my sister talk the way she's talking now to me, both sisters actually, I just it makes me want to go on. It makes me want to keep going on. To bring them in this and understand that it's going to benefit the whole family. That kind of puts a lot on my shoulders. It does in a way, but I'm like, who else can do it? Talking to Jameson a while ago, him and Paul, Ryan, and Mark, we have a little group chat on Messenger, and they're ready. They're ready to do this. And my deal is I'm sitting here looking like I'm trying to get younger again or something. Like I'm trying to look younger, which I still look pretty young. I mean, I'm not really that. I don't want to scam nobody. I don't want nobody's money. I don't want nobody's money for all the money. You're wrong on that. And a matter of fact, why don't you get the hell out of here? I like it better when you're out of here. Thank you so much. I'm pretty sure archive person, they can go over there. You help go over there. But and it's not gonna be long tonight. I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys. My doctors did actually give me a call a while ago and he was telling me a few things about what they want to do, what they want to try, the procedures coming up, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Goodbye, Pete Berto. Goodbye. Stoppers are not allowed over here. So with that, I'm more of a understanding kind of person now, I guess. I do get mad. I get mad a lot. I say a lot of things. I don't think it's right how they make fun of me and do me, but it is what it is. It is YouTube. It's a different creature. It's a different kind of animal. Right now, I look back at some of the things I've been through and what I've done, and I think, how could I have done it differently? What could have I done? And if I had to do it over again, I don't think I would have changed anything. I really don't think I would change anything. 2027 is coming around, and I will be putting my name in the hat for governor. I'm going to do it. I'm going to run for governor. I think that I could offer a lot to the state. I want to abolish the Commonwealth. But I know I've got 2 years before that. 2 years. And it's time that I show the world who, and more importantly, what I am by just getting out there and doing it. I was really, really afraid a while ago going to the dentist. I'm not going to lie. I was like, this is going to be really, really bad. It's going to be really bad on me. So when I got the x-rays and I was looking at the x-rays and listening to the dentist pretty much tell me, this has got to come out. This has got to come out. We've got to replace this. This is going to be, you're looking by midsummer. And I said, well, the way I look at it, I've got all the time now to do that. I've got all the time to do that. I can focus on myself, focus on building up even more. I think the gym memberships, thank you. Having the best of the gym around, I think that's great. My family is good. My family supports what I'm wanting to do, and I'm glad of that. My family supports. If you look at these people in here, notice how the ones who are against me have always got their own agenda. They got their own agenda, which I really don't even care. Ernie Shell Shorts, I used to couldn't stand you, but I like you now. You've been putting a lot of videos out there, and I like you. I like you. I like what you're doing. Thank you. Continue doing that, please. Continue doing that. Tony, hey, girl. Beloved Ghost, hey, girl, what's up? Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I'm working with Tiger Ops right now, and I've got my own little deal going that one of the members that made me, but I just want to develop this even further. And I know I can't argue with these people. You don't see celebrities arguing with YouTubers. You never see that. And I've got a real bad temper for that. And I understand it. I just need to kind of slack off. I need to get away from it. And it's so hard to get away from it. But like some state officials was telling me, they were like, look, let's do this. Let's get you in this program. Let's build you up. Let's do this here. Let's do that. Let's get you educated in this department here. And I'm going to. I'm going to. I'm going to listen to everything they tell me to do because it's well worth it. You see, I could have stayed in jail for 3 more weeks, 3 weeks to a month, and I would have completed my jail time. I wouldn't have had to have probation or nothing like that. But I decided to do it because it's going to benefit me. And boy, has it benefited me. Even though all the YouTubers and people have called my PO, but they understand what's going on. You know, and that was hard too. Finally seeing people who understand. And that makes it well worth it. That makes it way worth it. And just for that part and that reason, they're pushing me. They're pushing me. They're like, hey, you've got something. You got this. We've never heard this before. We want to hear more. We want to see what you can do. And I'm going to. And I thank the state of Kentucky. I really do thank the officials in Kentucky for understanding that, you know, this bullying and this gang stalking, that it does go on. It does go on. I also want everyone to understand when I got accused of rape, for some person that's supposed to be my friend, it hurt. As you see now, it's spread out through YouTube. But nobody has showed any kind of single piece of evidence or anything. But I guess it's okay that people can destroy someone. I guess it's okay for people just to destroy someone without any kind of evidence, anything, not even a shred of evidence, just over word of mouth. Word of mouth. I think that's ridiculous. And I do know this. If I run for governor, I will win. I will win. And I will put a stop to people who falsely accuse others. I promise you that. Now, I believe in the Constitution 1000%. I don't think that people should be able to destroy people because of something that's fraudulent, that's false. But they do. They do it all the time here on YouTube. I'm not into that too much. I'm really not, because when I see people getting destroyed, I think back, you know, to what they did to me. The other night, Nicolina made sense. She said, you caused me to lose my job, so I'll put you in jail. You see, that not only did it open my eyes, but it lit a fire under me. It started a fire up under me, and I'm going to see it through. I'm going to see it through for that very reason. Because after all this is said and done, I don't have to worry about it anymore. So now I'm at the point where, what's next? What's next? If I go back in the past and say, hey, I was this predator hunter guy. I helped rescue this kid or that kid. I taught this and taught that. I worked on the defensive tactics in the seminars with the U.S. Marshals in 06 and 07. If I go back and start doing all that, if I say, hey, you know, I was also detailed security Trump Towers, you know, that's already been verified. It's been verified by 3 different, you know, the Department of Homeland, FBI, and freaking TBI. And I mean, it's there. It's there to look at. But we have these other YouTubers and these people who've never done anything. That's never done anything. Wasn't you living in North Carolina? No, I was not living I was not living there. I was there. I was in South Carolina. I appreciate that, Derek. Thank you. I am goofy. And I'd actually admit that. I'm goofy when I need to be. But, you know, this is a serious time right now. I really don't appreciate that. You know, there's something in my head that keeps going back to the point that you left something. You could have done more. And I really do. I thank the Secret Service. I think they're going to arrest me. I think York County. I think those. You know, when they done that investigation on me, and they finished their investigation, I know it scared my parents to death when Secret Service came and seen them. They were scared to death. But you know what? I can look at my sisters and say, hey, sis, who else in the family do you know that ever worked for a president of the United States in his hotel? You know, worked security, detail security, and something that he owned. Who do you know in her family that was ever high profile with Secret Service? Stuff like that, you know, that they had done an investigation. It's just stuff like that comes to me, and they're like, nobody, you know. So it really makes me think that there's more to me than this. There's more to me. And I think it's time that I show that. I display these skills, and I'm going to. I have talent. I just need to leave these people on YouTube alone. Thank you, Jessica. Actually, I do have qualifications to run for governor. Jessica, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. At least, you know, I don't feel like I'm alone. I don't feel like I'm alone at all. You know, when I see all these fake and false allegations on me, I'm like, that ain't what actual officials say about me. When I go get recommendations and I can go get references, I have the highest of references. But to these people who are nobody on YouTube, like this Purple Rainstorm, there's nobody. Just negativity people. Negativity. That's all they are. To them, I live my life with that. I talk about this in some of my classes. I was always like, when's my life going to really begin? I always thought that maybe there was something I left unfinished, maybe a debt to pay or something like that. And I'm like, maybe all these challenges and all these obstacles that's coming my way, maybe I get all this done, I can start living life. But it wasn't until I started realizing that, hey, when my mind was clear and my heart was true, I look back on those moments now and all that confusion and all those obstacles, all that, everything that was coming that way, that was my life. That was my life. And I don't need that. That stopped me from being so much more. That stopped me from being so much more. It's under at Child Predator Prevention. At Child Predator Prevention. At Child Predator Prevention. That's where it's at. Thank you. Or Tiger Ops. Just type in Tiger Ops. TIGEROPS. Tiger Ops. And it's like I told Jameson. I said, don't make me a YouTube. Don't do that. I already had that one took. I really don't want to do it. He would take no for an answer. He was like, look, man, you already hit 180 subscribers in one day. Do it. I'm like, look, man. So they get in and the videos I had them sent, before in the past, they start getting into my old videos and they're clipping them and they're putting them up on the wall. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And then state officials in Kentucky, they contact me. They're like, well, we can't keep you from being off YouTube. You've not committed no crimes. And, it is pretty much, you have freedom of speech. But it just makes me mad. But I just, all these people, they believe everything they hear. And there's no facts about anything. Some of these creators can get up there and say what they want to say. I'm going to tell you in my heart what I do believe. If I wasn't attacked in Tennessee over the Summer Wells case, I do believe in my heart I would have solved that case. I honestly do. That's not trying to toot my own horn or nothing like that. And a lot of people believe that. A lot of people believe that because I knew what it took. Even the TBI, they knew that. And they wanted to help. But the powers that be, being the sheriff's department, and you see what happened with that. So I'm not going to go into that. I don't have to. But I can take Tiger Ops and this channel and this pretty much the second chance that I've been given that don't come around a lot at all. I can take that and I can push that and push this younger generation of predator hunters. I can do that. I can lead them. That right there is everything to me. Everything to me. When I'm training and showing them online through Zoom calls, it's like looking at them in their eyes. 22, 27, 30 years old. These kids, pretty much, they're not kids, they're grown-ups, they're adults, but they're young, they're thirsty, they're hungry, they're ready to go. And I look at these guys and I'm like, wait a minute. This is what's important. The driver today, never met before in my life. Pretty much turned herself around and like, wow, you really opened my eyes on this. And I did that because, and I use that same example because it's true, because, women who have these children, they always want the best for their children. They want these children to grow up. They want them to be involved in school activities. Of course, the child always wants to be in something with the school because that's where their friends are at. So it works. It really does work by just showing attention. You could have solved Summer's case. I do believe I blew it. Yeah. But now that I look at it and going back, I see the team that I left, Predator Hunter Nation. We had something. In 2 weeks, we had 22 million views. In 2 weeks. And what did they have to do to destroy that? Oh, you're using Tina's money to build up. You're buying views. You're doing this on Predator. We did not. We didn't know nothing about TikTok. So I remember a celebrity that commented and said, wow, why ain't these guys bigger than what they are? And then the next thing you know, the next night we had 5,000, then it went to 25,000, then it went to 80,000, 150, 200, then it went to 2 million and 4 million and 8 million. And it just kept going up. And then when we had 968,000 followers, well, hell, even these Kemper would try to destroy it. And he had so much pushback on him. It was killing him out. It was drowning him out. But you see, now they drowned us out. That's got to change. And the only way that can ever change is you have to do something very dramatic. Even Chris, I know Chris. I talked with Chris. Chris, he's good. He's good at what he did. So with that being said, That document you had Charlie read clears you of those charges, so why not show that? I was going to show it to you. And then you showed your hand. You see, Katie, there's more to you than you'll ever know, but you're on the wrong path. And you'll see. So I was reading some of the comments a while ago, and Jameson, he messaged me. He said, check this out. He said, all this stuff's going to cost you $20,000, $30,000 to fix your mouth, okay? They're thinking you're going to have to tell people that you need money to fix it. You don't. My insurance covers everything. Everything. I don't have to do any of that. I still believe you could have solved it. I do too. And I don't have to pay any of that. It's just like a while ago. They gave me a clip of this person right here, Blame Katie, of her show. They gave me a clip of it. I was asleep, literally asleep. And I'm getting hit with messages of clip like, she's sitting here covering me. She's covering me, right? She's covering the show that I did. But when it comes time to expose one of them people, she cuts it off. She's like, oh, well, we're going to go back on to this. She goes back over to somebody who I like AB, but AB has nowhere near, and he'll never be the same person. When I first came to YouTube, AB would have 500, 600 people, 400, 500. I mean, it was just crazy numbers that he had. But now he don't have that. He don't have that anymore. And I don't want to become that. I never want to become that. You're good, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hand me that. Never mind. I'll get it later. It's just that I'm more than that. And that's what I've got to look at. When I talk to the dentist today, when I talk to my doctors on the phone, they're like, wait a minute. Wait just a minute. There's something here. Even my doctors watch me. They watch my show. That right there tells me, my Florida doctors, the people who really saved my life. But then I look at these other channels and they're degrading me. They're doing this, they're doing that. They're saying I did this. They're burning my clothes. They're doing all this other stuff. You know, the way I look at it, they pay for those shirts. Let them burn it. Let them burn it. Let them do whatever. But they didn't pay for the name. So tomorrow, after everything's switched over the way it needs to be, with the help of Tiger Ops and other officials who actually see what's going on now, we're actually going to take action. I've said that, but it needs to happen. So from now on, I don't want to be in nobody else's show. I don't want to be in nobody else's panel. We'll not be doing anything with that. We'll stay where we belong, and that's right here and on my channel. I think that's the best thing to do. I think it's really the best thing to do. That way, they can't say this or that. You ought to hear some of the accusations they've said. They said that I threatened the judge, that I threatened the prosecutors, that I said this, that I said that. No, this is what I said. If I run for governor, in which I will win, that is what I said. I will abolish the Commonwealth. Every law enforcement official, every law enforcement officer, every judge, every prosecutor, anyone who has anything to do with placing those kind of time charges that can put people in jail for amounts of time will do a mandatory 10 full business days in the county jail in which the county they reside. That is what will happen if I win. If I win, which I will if I run. It's as simple as that. That will happen. I will abolish the Commonwealth. It's sad that people get stuck on these high dollar bonds and they can't do anything. Their families are poor. So you're telling me that your innocence, whether you're guilty or you're innocent, it depends on how much money you have. You know what? In the jail, you have nobody, okay? You have to have people on the outside do it for you. It was hard for me to come up with any kind of money. But out here, I can make thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars. But in jail, you're limited. You're limited. So there. That will change. I would bring in bail enforcement agents, bounty hunters, fugitive recovery agents, and I would have them in play. That way, when you get a $20,000, $30,000 bond, your family might come up with $1,000, $2,000. Guess what? They're going to work with you. You're going to be able to get out. There's only a few Commonwealth states left in the United States. Kentucky needs to go. Kentucky needs to get with the program. I honestly believe that. Abolishing the Commonwealth. Every law enforcement official, every law enforcement officer, whether state, city, or county, will wear audio video cams. Exactly. That would be some of the main things that I do. These people who get caught with drugs, they get caught with a little bit of marijuana, a little bit of meth, they get their lives destroyed. They get destroyed. But by God, these child predators who are second and third offenders, they get these smacks on the wrist, 1 year probations, that would go. The first thing I would actually do is I would guarantee you that every person, any person harming a child, any way, shape, form, or fashion, would get a mandatory double sentence. Mandatory double sentence. That would happen. That would happen. I guarantee you, when you start taking these child predators and these child traffickers out, if you're convicted of child trafficking, you will get the death penalty. And it would not be no 10 or 20 years later. The state would carry it out in a nice, timely fashion in a manner of maybe 2 years from the time you're convicted. And it will be the choice of firing squad, death by hanging, death by the parents of the child that you hurt, harmed, that's the way it would be carried out. So if you don't like that stuff, you may not want to vote for me. Now, too many times did I watch and listen. Each time I went in front of the judge, each time I went in front of that judge, they had 3 or 4, 5 child predators, each setting, each court setting. And one guy was sitting at a school, second offense, sitting at a school with his vehicle parked, looking at these kids, with his window down, his cell phone going, and him watching them kids, and he was sitting there masturbating. You know what that judge give him? 1 year probation. Slap on the wrist, pretty much. Second offense. If you don't believe it, you can get the video itself. Now, that's what I said. That's exactly what I said. Matthew, man, people like you don't belong over here. You're blocked. And I'm not unblocking people. I like when I block 2 or 3, about 15 more come in. I love that. I appreciate that. Thank you. You know, the way I look at things, and this is just exactly what I'm going to say to the news when I do these interviews. I talked to them today. I'm still on the list. I'm like, let's hold off. Then I'm thinking to myself, like, the longer I hold off, the more my spirit's going to die out with it. The more my passion's going to sink. I need to do it now. Who gives a fuck what I look like? Who cares that my gum is all destroyed in the bottom and my tooth is missing and my other side of my tooth is missing? Who cares about that? Like, really? Think about it. They should, sweet tea. They really should. But they don't. They don't. You know what's sad is? Look up Kentucky when it comes to child predators. Look at Kentucky when it comes to child predators. It's crazy. Look at the different cities. Right next to Tennessee. Tennessee's a portal state. It's portal. But, you know, no matter what people can say or do, it's all the same. It goes on and on and on and on. Until someone like Trump, like what he's done with the presidency, he came in, he's shaken the whole damn foundation. He is busting parts up that nobody ever knew existed. Here we have people who are drawing Social Security that have been dead, and they're over 140 years old. Think about that. And they're still drawing. You see how much corruption, folks? Do you understand what I'm getting at? Billions of dollars wasted. Billions of dollars. And the more this gets cleared up and cleaned out, the more money the people are going to get back. The more money that people like you, people like me, people who deserve it, these foundations who actually do what they say they do, they're going to get back. One was 350 years old, sweet tea, exactly. It's corrupt. You see the other people on the other side of the aisle? Well, they're making that money. They're the ones that's distributing it out. Look at Stacey Abrams. Look at what she's been brought up in. Think about that. The billions and billions of dollars. But you know what? Those people, they'll look down on people like you and I. They'll look down on us. They don't care. They've never been put through it. Think about that. I think I know what I need to do. And you know what? I said, I know what I need to do, to be honest with you. And right here is one of the, this person right here. Everybody take note to this person right here. This is Blame Katie. You need a job to get money. I'll work hard for my money. Now this person here, she's ignorant to the fact. She believes anything and everything that's said. Anytime somebody tells her something over somebody else, she automatically believes it. No proof, no nothing. But yet, she sat there and she paraded around a person who just got convicted of child abuse. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. If you can do that, tell me. Tell me right now. Somebody that can make that make sense, tell me. You know what she did? Before she checked it twice, she went ahead and cut it. She went on thought, which there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Going on thought, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Now, nothing wrong with that. I'm not mad at her. I understand. She's naive to the point of it. But yet she'll condemn me because I refuse to show her proof of anything. But I'm condemned automatically because I don't show her. I don't show her anything. I keep my cards hid, always. I don't have to. How am I lying? I'm not lying, but I do thank you. I do thank you for actually putting it out there. Now, I'm not trying to make this show about you, okay? It's not about you. I'm just telling what you do. Everybody will agree on that. I'm not mad at you. Now, those predator busts that we did back in Predator Hunter Nation, you know what their excuse for that is? Oh, it was set up. It was staged. It was this. It was that. But Department of Homeland Security coming all the way from Louisiana, to investigate me and what I was done, you know, that wasn't set up. And I was found to be true. I was found to be true. But they don't report on that. They don't report on none of that. They don't report on us starting to work with the Department of Homeland Security. They don't do that. They don't care about that. All they want to do is degrade somebody, to degrade them. That's why I would rather just take a step to the side, because I don't take a step backwards. If you take a step backwards in life, guess what? You're going back to where you just returned from. Take a step to the side and look at the other options. Tonight, I really started thinking, okay, we've got all this power and control right now. We can do whatever the hell we want to do. It's time. It's time. What do I have to come on live for and get in and start all this drama bullshit when I could actually be out there contributing to something, doing something good? When I was writing that Facebook post a while ago, I thought to myself, like, look at all these people who know me, who real life know me. Not these idiots on YouTube who are fake and false, but people who really know me and know what I stand for. And here they are, right here, my friends, my family. Think about it. I started thinking. I also look back last year when I was dying. I don't believe I would have lasted another month last year. To be honest with you. I have law enforcement all over Kentucky, all over Tennessee that I can call up right now. And they love me for what I've done and for what we've done, actually. For the last 2.5 years when I was on the run from police, that was the worst of my life. At one time, I thought, hey, is this ever going to come to an end? But you get so used to running here and there, New York, Miami, South Carolina, Washington, D.C., Virginia Beach, freaking in South Carolina, well, I said South Carolina, Georgia, freaking Maine, Vermont. You get all these damn places. And then you finally realize, all the way up and down the East Coast, all the way down in the East Coast, up and down. And then you finally realize, you see, I made a video right after I called the Secret Service. And the way, that feeling that I got, right after that, I made a video that I never put out. I'm in the same setting that you can see us back in South Carolina. It's with the desk. The Lightning Tiger picture is behind me and everything. And I made a video. It's 25 minutes long. I'm going to put that up. I'm going to put that up. That way I can actually get it off of my phone. That way it don't have any more storage use, because it's a huge ass video. But I plainly say it, I know my time is short. It's near. I didn't know exactly how near it was. But when I seen those police and how bad things really were, when they surrounded that house, when they had those unmarked vehicles up and down the driveway, coming over top of the ridge of the mountain, like surrounding the house, I knew. I was like, it's over. It's really, truly over. But you know what? Instead of being afraid, I kind of had a sense of relief. But still, my dumb ass still tried to get away by telling them when they came out there. And they said, who are you? I said, my name's Michael. Michael, yeah, I'm working on these heating and cooling units. Very hot out today, guys. I went right over to the heating and cooling unit. You know what? They left me alone. They went right on by me. They was going toward it. I left that phone in the house. They was looking for that. I looked like, hey, it was so hot out there. I'd already beat those guys. I'd already used deception on those guys. Coming around the house, there was a female Secret Service agent. And Agent Harrison, he's also Secret Service. They already had me pinged. They knew what I looked like. They just got out of the car and they was coming around. When they seen me, they said, Ernest Shell. I didn't pay attention. I just kept walking. I heard running behind me. They put their hand on my shoulder, turned me around. They had a screen. They pushed it in front of my face, and it was facial recognition right off the bat. Did they fingerprint me once they got me to the jail in York County? Yes, they did. And it took about an hour and a half. I sat waiting on that shit. But yeah, you see, I had took and tried to, I would do finger push-ups and like on concrete, just trying to callus my fingers over to where my fingerprints wouldn't take. But that was part of my workout. I would do them on concrete. Like I would do them on concrete, just to try to destroy my fingertips, so my fingerprints wouldn't read. But you know what? It took them a while to get it back because they started matching up. You see, there's ways you really can do it. There's ways. You see, the fingerprints is only a couple layers deep. Do you know that? You can do it, but it's always going to come back. I mean, I did. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest. I did. I tried every way in the world. I got past the city police or some of the county police officers there. I got past them. I didn't get past the Secret Service guys though. Those three that was out there, 3 or 4 that was out there, I didn't get past them. Nope, 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 nope. When they got me York County, everybody was like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? They took me to a room. Well, they uncuffed me. They took me to a room, set me down, and they went over an interrogation. I didn't even know why they was there. I knew it was serious though. And then I didn't understand what was going on because they wouldn't give me nothing. They wanted me to give it to them. And of course I knew how interrogations work. And I'm just sitting here like, I'm not even saying nothing. I don't see a lawyer. I'm not saying nothing. And then they look, we already have your background. And they threw a file on the table and they opened it up and they was going through everything. They went through everything from the military to executive protection, everything. The weapons I used, the weapons I qualified with, everything. Then they started with their long range weapons. How good can you use this? How can you use that? Can you do? I said, look, guys, I have no idea what you're actually trying to refer to. Debbie had told them that I was going to a Trump rally to harm the president. That's how stupid and ignorant. She told Florida, which is Northport, and the police got a hold of the Secret Service and they tracked me all the way there. And when I made that phone call to clear X Factor, that is exactly when my life took a change. But you know what? I'm glad. I am so glad because I have all the documentation. I have it. October the 1st, October the 3rd, when I went to court and beat these people, and it's dismissed. And even the judge, Maria, or something like that's the judge's name. I got it on a piece of paper. I got it on the papers. She plainly said, I can't believe this is happening, and this will not be brought back up. Closed it. She closed it. It wasn't just one court date. It's public records. There were 3. She had an EPO. She had a regular restraining order on me, and she had a DVO, a domestic violence order. And they run with it. It's like right now, Barbara Walters, Tina, they're running with something, and they're trying to ruin me, and they think that I'm going to sit back and let that happen. No, I don't have to fight that battle no more. For I have a team, and I'm a part of something now that's much greater than I ever was before. I have my family. I have people. I have officials who are willing to help me. All I have to do is let them. And that's what I'm going to do. You see, I have to do that. I have to. Do I want to in my heart? No, I don't. But I have to now. I have to. One of the greatest moments was when my sister picked me up from jail. They lost every single bit of my clothes. They lost my shoes. They still owe me a check for that, by the way. So I know that some of these correction officers are watching this show because I know I've talked to you guys, but y'all still owe me a check from that. So it was so cold. It was so cold outside. I didn't know who was going to really pick me up. They just said, my sister's coming to get me. When I seen my sister Amber for the first time in years, I couldn't ask for no more. I about broke down. When I got to talk to my sister Angel on Christmas, when I had nobody in the world to talk to, nobody answered her calls. But my sister Angel, we really had a heart-to-heart talk on Christmas. It really hurt me up. It really did. It really showed me that I love my family and I want to be there for my family. I want to help my family. And then that night, one of my friends died in the cell. Bigelow died. And what was crazy about it is everybody was waiting for the visits. And his fiance, whatever, her dad had health trouble that morning. So she couldn't visit him. It kind of really thrown a monkey wrench in his plans. And that night after he played cards, so he's sitting there and it just, it makes me think about how important life really is. It can be there one moment and gone the next. He was done. The guards run in. They ran in with spray and sprayed every fucking thing because they didn't know what was going on. It was all over the place. They didn't know what the hell went on. They thought somebody killed him, beat him up, whatever. They didn't know what was going on. They didn't check it twice. Never do. They just run in. Mare mace every fucking where. Anyways, instead of being carried out, they drug him out. They drug him out. Didn't know he was dead. I guess we knew he was dead. Live body don't do that kind of action. I start talking about it right now, and my brother, Day Day, I love Day Day to death. Day Day's my bro. One bad son of a bitch. Tell you what, him and Delito, Buck, I love those guys. Those guys are really my family. When I got in there, when I got into Three Forks, a bigger sale, all they want to do is fight, wrestle, and they was some tough son of a bitches, some coming out of prison. That right there meant everything. It meant everything to me. To be able to go from nobody, literally nobody, 130 pounds, 125 pounds, to over 160 pounds, and develop myself. I remember when I first got in there, I remember Day Day's like, I'll be watching him do push-ups and stuff. He'd be like, hey, bud, come over here, help me. They show me this. Hey, what's up, dog? I was like, man, I don't know about that. I used to do push-ups. He's, no, man, come on over here, man. Man, that son of a bitch done 250 push-ups. And I was sitting there like, bro, I can't do 10, 15 push-ups. No, man, you got, hey, look, let's just do it, man. And right when I was getting tired, man, I done like 20 push-ups, man. I was getting tired. This son of a bitch wrapped his arms around me and he made me do the rest of them. Like literally, like 30 or 40 extra more. And I was like killed. I was like, whoa. No, you're not giving fucking up, motherfucker. He meant it. He meant it. But he's seen something. He's seen something inside me with that never die attitude. After that, we started working out. We started doing Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man push-ups and shit like that. Each hand, one hand, dude. I mean, in a month and a half's time, I mean, it was a whole change. It was everything. I was getting stronger. I was learning more. We would wrestle. We'd fight. He wrestled in college. He done college wrestling and stuff. It was badass. He was like, he was like a state champion or some shit. And I just started learning and just learning more and more and more. Of course, I knew how to stand up and fight, and I would show him things. So he become like my brother. He become like, like my best friend. He is my best friend. And we started working out, and we didn't have weights. We had bottles we would order from commissary, everybody would save their bottles, their 20-ounce bottles. And I remember 4 of those bottles was 5 pounds. Well, hell, we had 50 or 60 bottles after about 3 or 4 weeks. Everybody saving, and some of the guards would sneak us in some bottles. So we would take our uniforms and we would take one of them off. We would tie the end of it and we would fill it full of bottles. So we started using that for weights. And I mean, you know, I'll never forget that. I'll never, ever forget that. And then, you know, you're working out with people with 20, 22-inch arms, and you're sitting here and you're being able to keep up with what they can do. And even in the fight contest, even in the, you know, every Friday night, we would throw our mats down. They throw it upstairs, they throw their mats down, and they'd pile them up, and they'd draw straws, and they'd have Friday night fights. And if you didn't fight, well, you was hitting the door. So it got to be something that was just automatic, repetitious, just like YouTube. It's like YouTube. You know, now a lot of people watch YouTube than they do watch TV. I don't even watch TV. I like to read books. When I went to jail and I started reading books, like, I didn't think I was going to start reading books, but I did. My sisters would send me books. My friends would send me some books. And then one night, probably one of my best friends now, besides Day Day, while I was in Madison, a drunk fucking monk comes in the cell. A drunk monk. Have you ever seen a drunk monk? Like literally a monk, a drunk monk, a drunken monk. I'm not talking about the Kata, the drunken monkey. I'm talking about literally a drunk monk. And sure enough, yeah, you could just tell right off the bat. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That means a lot. That means me a lot. That means a lot to me. It really does. So it don't take long for people to start picking him out. I'm on the bottom bunk already. I'm watching. And I swear to God, they were sitting over there playing cards. And this monk, this dude, once he sobered up, I don't know if it's his first time being drunk or what the deal is. I don't have no clue. Once he sobered up and jumped off that top bunk, I'm telling you what, he didn't even use the damn ladder. He didn't use the bed rails. That son of a bitch rolled off that top bunk and landed on his feet. And everybody was, then they knew. It's like he's got a chip or something on his shoulders. Kerr, of all people, tried him. Now, Kerr was about 6'2", slinky guy, run his mouth, already had his teeth beat in before. He got put out of one cell. And because of him, with his deals and stuff, and with the people in our cell, he was able to stay. Let's just say that. So, pretty much a big bum anywhere else. So, he starts with this guy. And I'm sitting here watching. Everybody can see it building up. The pressure, the tension, everything's building up. Everything is already building up. And once he starts with this guy, I watched this monk turn his back and walk away. Well, in jail, if you do that, they're going to call you a bitch. Kerr, when he called him a bitch, he let it roll right off again. Kerr put his hands on him, and it happened so fast. Once he put that hand on him, I don't know exactly the move he used. All I seen was Kerr's feet fly upside down and over and about into his head. I like, whoa, it happened so fast. It was probably one of the prettiest little hip tosses I'd ever seen in my whole life. But the thing about it is, he didn't just roll him. He slung him. Like, it wasn't just a roll and hold on to him. That son of a bitch went upside down and over to the wall and hit and landed and fell back. Everybody was like, what the hell? So, of course, Kerr's buddies jumped up, brought the muscle, come over there. The next thing you know, he's got Brock, he's got Jones, he's got them all on the ground. He's got one by the arm, one by the leg, and he's making these guys literally smack the floor and cry, like tapping out. I'm like, damn. After it's over, about 5 minutes later, trays are starting to come in, and we're sitting there eating. And I look over there. I don't know the guy's name. He came in that night. I don't know his name, don't know anything until they called his name out. So I'm laying over there, and all of a sudden I'm looking over, I'm like, Jackie Chan, what in the hell was that you just did? And he laughed. I said, come here a minute, come here. And I moved up and I patted the bottom bunk there for him to come sit down, and he could come sit down and eat with me. Well, he sat there eating and talking. And he was talking about enlightenment. And he was like, do you read? Do you read? I was like, no, I don't much read. We only got 3 or 4 channels on the TV, and we're able to watch Andy Griffith and the Marshall or something like that, Gunsmoke and all that. But, don't get to really read much. Ain't really much to read. And he's like, no, you must read. You have to open your mind. You have to be free. He said, no, you're not free. He said, well, may I ask you? He said, what's your name? I said, my name's Shell. He said, oh, Shell. He said, you're not free. You're not free. I can see you're not free. I never forget this. After that, I always wondered. I was like, what does he really know? So when everybody would go to sleep, or getting ready to lay down, we would be up and we'd be practicing. I would show him some cool shit. He would try to show me some cool shit. But he was like, if you're free, you have nothing to grasp a hold of. And I started wondering about that. What does that really, truly mean? And sure enough, just those words, just those little words, he become one of my best friends. He was in there about 3.5, 4 months. They forgot about him, I guess. I don't know. And I was thinking, his charges wasn't that bad. So, but I just went to show me somebody, and he'd never been in no trouble before. He got drunk with a woman, and next thing you know, his Buddhism or whatever the hell was just not in play. But anyways, he started showing me some things. I started working out with him and training with him, and I got really good with my hands, really, really good with my hands. He was real good with Wing Chun. He could do a lot of Wing Chun. He had a lot of evasive techniques. I loved that shit. So, but then he showed me some Tai Chi. He was showing me Tai Chi. He was showing me how to release power, how to take away power. I didn't believe that shit, but man, he could put his hand on your chest, and you could feel like the I don't know. It's just like a pressure. It's like he's grasping your heart. He wouldn't even be grasping your heart, but if he hits you, he would pop me in my chest, instant hit floor my ass. And he started showing me how to do stuff like that, how to do the light touches and how to use your reaction, how to throw your hip into things, which I already knew because, I was a big fan of martial arts and, I'd done defensive tactics and all that, but he took me a different step into a different realm. And, that really meant a lot to me. It really stood by me. It really did it. And when he left, we didn't think he was going to be leaving. And I never will forget it. Exactly, Mark. But listen, when he left, the last words he said to me, he looked at me. He said, always remember breathing. As long as you're breathing, you can do it. It's when you're not breathing when you can't do anything. I was like, okay. And what he meant is, as long as you're alive, you can do anything, guys. You can do anything. It's when you're not alive. It's when you're dead that it's over. I'm not dead. So I'm going to do it. I've got to. I'm tired of looking at these YouTube videos and the way they spin it. Who cares about who I was in the past and what I did in the past? All the good that I did, When I did one bad thing, all that was took out. All that good was done. Everybody remembered me for the bad stuff, those highway runs, shit like that. They remember that, but they don't remember the good stuff I did. So you know what? Forget the past. Forget the past. This is me now. And this is what I'm going to do. And nobody can stop that. That's a fact. You know, when you're talking about some Bruce Lee stuff, Bruce Lee's book, Striking Thoughts, it actually says, as in Proverbs, and it repeats a Bible verse. Do you see Bruce Lee? He didn't believe in God. Bruce Lee did not believe in God. That is the only thing that I hold against Bruce Lee, is he did not believe in a God. He did not believe in God. You know, he believed differently. Pretty much says it in all his books. But Bruce Lee did something that a lot of people will never be able to achieve, is he was one with himself. He could turn the heat up on you real quick. Now, I'm proud to call you my buddy, Ernie. Renee, I'm proud to call you my friend as well. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I look at it right now, the way things are, and I look at the vile people that's on YouTube. And for me to just follow into that, that would make me become that. If I hang around millionaires, if I've got 5 millionaire friends out there, the chances are I'm going to become a 6 millionaire. If I hang around sloppy dumbasses, ignorant people, incompetent people, guess what? Chances are I'm going to be the incompetent person. That's why I don't need to hang around these people. I'm not going to hang around these people. There's more out there for me in life. More out there. In the last 3 weeks alone, I've accomplished more with my mentor classes, with my certifications, with being able to get my birth certificate, my social security cards back, being able to get my driver's license, being able to get all my health and everything fixed, being able to get the dentist stuff underway, being able to get great insurance, being able to just check on things that I never thought existed out there. Being able to be able after this is over in just the next few days, being able to be and have $1,600 every month, $1,600 extra a month. I mean, and don't even have to do anything with it. And I can still work. I can still work and make great money and still get that. There's so many ways out there that I can do things now. I'm free. Tomorrow, if I'm going to have eye surgery or not, I don't know yet. I want to see what the doctor tells me, the eye doctor. I want to talk with them. I want to see what's going on with my sight. But today, to be able to find out, hey, you know, your mouth is damaged, but it can be fixed. And we can do it in a quick and timely fashion. To know it's going to cost me $38,000 right off the bat, but it's paid for. It's all paid for. Like nothing. I signed the papers today. It's just like, you know, I never thought about that. When I was on the run and I was like, you know, what am I going to become? I mean, what am I going to do? I mean, here I am, I'm running, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And then the next thing you know, it hits me. It hits me like I can't do anything at all. So I'm glad that I talked to Kevin on the phone. I'm glad I talked to that. I'm glad I talked to him. But I never knew what he meant until it come time. And then when I made that call, I knew exactly what he meant because I went straight and done a video after that nobody's ever seen. And I've got that video. I'm going to clip it and I'm going to play that video for you. It's the day that I was arrested when I did that video. I'm very, very excited. I'm happy. I'm happy that these PO officers and my PO officers are doing what they need to do right now and taking things into And they're seeing that these YouTubers, it ain't me making threats. I don't care about these people, but they're also like, look, it's your second chance. You got to do what you got to do. And I'm going to. I don't need these YouTubers. I don't need these people. You know, do I think that there's people that's got talent? I think Sarah Smiles has got a lot of talent. Kels Bells. When they're on my channel, when they're up here, I feel good. I really do. I like it. Even though we've argued before in the past, and I've done some shitty things to them, they've done some shitty things to me, but still, it's kind of an enjoyment. It really is. They're funny. I like it. I like it. Especially when I need a break. I can say, hey, take over. Boom. It's done. They take over. They already got it. I mean, it's like, but then again, I got to also look at my life in general. I want a family. I want a family and I want things in life. And I'm able to have that. I'm able to have that. I'm able to have that. And I got people I can trust with that money and people can trust with that to help me and me be able to say, hey, here's your $20,000. Watch over it and know that it's going to be watched over. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love it. I love for my sister's career, what she's doing right now. I never thought that my sister actually had that drive in her, but she does. She's doing great. She's doing wonderful. And she's going to become a doctor. My sister's going to be a doctor. That's amazing. That alone. I watch her study. I watch her classes, even though she wants me to do her work for her. Even though she wants me to do her work for her, I told her $125 I'd write it for her. But anyways, I just play it. But she's so smart. Like, I got to see the videos of my mama when she passed away. I never got to see her Never got to see my mama when she passed away. My sister showed me the videos. You see that during that time, I was going through the van charge. I was going through all that. I had all that on me during that time. I'm glad it's over now. But my sister was telling doctors then, this is what's going on. But they wouldn't listen to her. It's on video. And then the next thing you know, comes out my sister's right. I never knew that my sister was that smart. I never knew that. I never give her credit. Never did I give her credit. But I think my sister's eyes is open now. I really do. She sees what's real and what's not. And for that, I love her. I love her. I do. I love my sister. And I can have a relationship with my sisters now that I never ever thought I'd ever have because of the family being split apart. My other little sister, Angel, one of the greatest people in the world. I'll never forget last Christmas. Last Christmas. And then, of course, there's my other sister, Angela. Very, very smart. Great career. She's got a great husband. Great little family. She wants to whip Nicolina's ass, but I think that's funny. That would be a good one. That right there would be really good, to be honest with you. My sister's one hell of a, she can fight. My sister can fight. But anyways, it's just, it's things of that nature now, Being able to see my mom and not have to look over my shoulder, 4 or 5 police officers coming up the hill, me going and diving off a 25-foot balcony, doing a flip out into the yard. That stuff hurts. And I'm not 20 years old no more, and I can't be doing that shit. I'm telling you, when those police last year, they came up, they surrounded that place. I bolted out that damn door, dived over that rail, done a somersault in the air, and laid there. Thought that I was broke all to hell. I'm like, I'm not going to jail. I'm going to the hospital. until those damn military grade lights come over top of my head and I jetted. You know what else? That wasn't the only thing I did. I dived in the briars, the damn briars, the thickest of all briars. It ripped my damn clothes halfway off of me. And I'm sitting there talking to Margaret. I'm sitting there talking to mayor of the streets. What is she? What is she called now? What is she called? I'm talking to Margaret, and I'm like, where the hell is your son at? Stall, stall, stall. Police are going everywhere, everywhere. And here I am. I'm behind this big tree, laying out in a thicket of briars. I can't move. It's tearing me out of hell. And he's like, hey, police, I'll be there. Stall. Give me 15, 20 minutes. And them police would not leave that area. They knew. So when they did finally leave, of course, you know, they knew who I was. They said, here, see him, call this number, you know, there ain't no way the hell I was going back out. So here I am going down this big thicket of briars. Finally, Margaret's son pulls up, Miss Mayor 606, that's who it is. She picks up and everything. I get back in the car, drive back up, grab my backpack. It's already packed. I always kept everything packed anyways. I never did unpack because I had to look up. I was always looking over my shoulder. So here I am getting back in the car. I'm cut all to hell. And then the next thing you know, Miss Mayor of the 606, yeah, I'm sitting here talking to her son while I'm in the briar patch. And I'm like, stall, give me 5 minutes. Let these police leave this place. So I get back in her son's car and we're going out to Tennessee. Or no, he's going, where did he take? I can't even remember where the hell I went to. I've been to so many places. Was it Tennessee? It was Tennessee. No, was it Tennessee? Son of a bitch, I can't remember. No, I was going to New York. Or was I going to Florida? Fuck, I don't even remember. I was going to some bus station. Let's just say that. I think it might have been, what bus station was it? It wasn't Knoxville. I don't even know now. I can't even remember where he took me. It was Knoxville, I believe. Anyway, I can't even fucking remember. No, because we stopped in Corbin. At the pilot station. So they was taking me out, okay? The very next thing you know, like I'm on a bus and 2 more days or wherever, I'm down toward Miami or wherever the hell, or New York City, or, you know, that was my life. I would do a live. I would open the live up and I would I would mute the volume and kill the camera out. That way nobody would ever understand where I was at. So all of a sudden, when I'd open the camera back up and turn the mic on, I'd be in New York City. There'd be Times Square behind me, and I'd start out. Y'all remember that? And then I would get out of there. Next couple of days later, I'd be in Florida. I'd be in places like I jumped around. Like I wasted so much money, guys. I mean, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars doing that. I had no purpose in life. I had no person. And Ernie, I think God always had that person to spend the rest of your life with right there before your eyes. You never knew it. God works in mysterious ways. You're right. But you know, I look back now, thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars I wasted. That was crazy times. And these people here stood by me still. Even going through jail, these people here, they still stood by me. They did. I remember in New York City, I lost over $2,000 worth of luggage. I lost them rattlesnake boots just because I was so sleepy. I was so tired. I went to sleep in the Greyhound station. Somebody grabbed all that big luggage and took off with it. I couldn't even wake up. I was so dead and killed out. I was dead anyways, hell. I was nobody. I was dead as hell. I weighed 122 pounds, 21 pounds at that time. I was losing. I went down to 111, 112 pounds, dying. When I was at Southern Girls, when I was at Southern Girls, I couldn't even walk. I couldn't move. I couldn't keep up with her. I couldn't do anything. My arms was 9.5 inches, like literally 9.5 inches around. 9.5 inches around. 9.5 inches around. When I went to the doctor was saying stuff like, we're going to check for this, we're going to check for that. It killed me. It destroyed me. I got into it with the doctor. I didn't want to hear the results for anything. I didn't give a damn. I wanted to fight the doctor. I was mad. I was dying. I didn't know what was going on with me. I was thinking, why me? Why me? Why me? I remember when the doctor put me under, and I was thinking to myself, I have, what's it called? Damn it, diverticulitis, diverticulitis. And I was like, this is what's caused it. This is diverticulitis. This is going here. This is there. And so I remember I was in the hospital for 9 days. They was running tests. I had one doctor telling me this, one doctor telling me that. Goodbye, Victory Saber. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming. Goodbye. You're not welcome. Don't need you. I don't need this shit. Anyways, I had a colonoscopy done, and I had ulcers. They said, do you have ulcers all inside? You have ulcers inside of you. So anyways, guys, going back to what I was talking about, there were so many things that in my life I could have done. And at that time, I couldn't do nothing because I was limited. I was limited. I'm not limited now. I'm not limited at all. And I'm ready to do this. I think that's the best way for me. I think it's the best thing that I can do. That's the best I can do. Damn, it smells so good in here. God. Okay. So there's so many things that I could have done and I didn't do and I should have done. But now if I go back and I start saying, hey, I should have done this, I should have done that. No matter what I do, if I stay like this right now and don't do nothing, I let YouTube win. I let all those people win. But if I get out here and I show people who I am and what I used to do and bring it back to the forefront and show it, then I know then I'm good. I can do anything. I can do anything possible. Look at this. You see what I'm talking about, people? Look at these people. These trolls. Used to, let me tell you what hurt me and what ailed me the most is I had PTSD so bad that I would control me. And you know what? I would be so paranoid. I would be so paranoid with people right here that don't bother me now. And the reason it don't bother me no more is because I learned with it. I learned a lot. When I come to YouTube, I didn't know YouTube was a different animal. Hell, I used to be on Facebook a lot. God, when I come to YouTube, that's when it was a fan. You know, when I went over to Tina and Xander's and I had over 1,500 cuts on my body was broken up. I always will thank them for that. They helped me. They helped me through that. And I always will say that. They always helped me through that. But, you know, there was things in life that, for me, it didn't add up. It did not add up. You know, I'm not no big believer in Bigfoot. I never have been. But I have seen things in life. I've seen things that I can't explain. I was able to do things that I can't explain. I've done crazy shit, guys. When I jumped out of that fucking Hummer and it tore me all to hell, and I did it live, I was on, let me see how stupid I was. We're going down the road in a Hummer. I'm armed. And something just wasn't right. When I dived out of that Hummer and the back end of the bumper hit me in the face as it went by, like it hit me as I fell out, jumped out. And I tore the weapon, the holster out of hell. I tore my clothes out of hell. I ripped my jacket. I tore my pants out of hell. When the police got me, when they picked me up, they're sitting there. They know who I am. They don't even run me. They don't even run nothing about me. They already know who I am. There's police everywhere, and they're like, "You okay? What happened? What this and that?" The police gave me a ride back to my car. They gave me a ride back to my car. They sure did. They gave me a ride back to my car. I don't know what happened to me. I don't. It was just, but if I hadn't jumped out of that vehicle, I would have killed everyone in that vehicle. I'm being straight up with you. I would have killed every single one in that vehicle. And I don't know why. I don't know why. When I opened that door, I had my hand on the pistol on my side. I had the pistol on my side. Looked over. Every one of us was armed. Every fucking one of us was armed. And they had ARs and shit in the back. When I dived out of that vehicle, I felt relief in a way until I hit the ground. When I hit the ground, it was a different thing. It tore me out of hell. And then after that, I'm broke the fuck up, and I literally get up and I make myself run. And I dive over the bank into the creek. I busted my face on a big log, and I dived into the water and ducked down into the water, soaked me in water, and Xander and his friends and stuff was looking for me. And then they stopped. They get back in the vehicle because they cannot find me. I'm under the water with a branch like over top of me. And I can't come back. I can't come back at all. My head's going zzz, like, I'm like, what the fuck? I get up. The police is pulling. There's like 3 or 4 police officers, and I see the blue lights, and I dive in front of one of them's car, and they're like, Shell. They get out. They like, Ernie, and they're looking at me, and then the next thing you know, I'm looking around, and I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? Lisa K, tonight's your time. We're going to have some fun with you tonight, by the way. Everybody stay tuned. We're going to have some fun with Lisa K. It's just like we did with little Becky Quillen last night. We're going to do Lisa K the same way. Lisa, you just stay right there. I got a message for you. Anyways, after that was over, and the police are running up to me, they're like, are you okay? Are you okay? I've got the pistol. I stuck it in my pocket. They see it. They know. Everybody on YouTube is like, run him, run him, run him, run his ID, run everything about him. And they're seeing all this, and they don't give a damn. They know we're no trouble. We're nothing like that. And one of the officers looked at me and said, they said, Ernie, I said, where's your car at? And I said, Tina and Xander's is back up at the shop. And they're like, look, I'm going to give you a ride. We're going to get you out of here. They gave me a ride, but when I got in my car, and I should have been driving. I shouldn't even been driving. I got in my car. I pull off the hill. I say a couple things to Xander. It's going to be all right, man. It's all right. And he's like, no, you're going to stay. No, I'm not going to stay. I wouldn't listen. I get off the car. I get out. I get on the hill there, and I'm pulling out. As I'm pulling out, the police escort me pretty much. They get behind me, and they escort me out of Newport. And when I get down to the gas station there, going out of Newport there, we stop, and I go to the gas station. The police officer asked me, says, do you have money for gas? I was like, yeah, I got plenty of money. I'm good. He said, look, we're just going to make sure that you're okay. We're going to try to get you out of here. And I'm like, okay. So I'm putting gas in the car. As I've got the gas thing, I'm looking, my hands are shaking, and I'm hurting. I'm starting to hurt. I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel where I jumped out of the vehicle. So I've got the gas in my hand, and I've already opened the lid, and I'm putting gas in my car. And I'm thinking to myself, what did I do? What happened? What happened? Like, the gun that I was carrying belonged to Tina. It belonged to Tina at the time. I think I gave it to the police, and they gave it back to her. They just kind of handed it. I handed it to him. He handed it to her or something like that. But, I look back at those moments now, and I look back at all that stuff that happened. And I'm like, I could have been so much more. I wasted 5 years of my life in that. And that's not me. It's not me. I don't want to bring people back into this in YouTube, but because I don't want to name their names, but because they went through a very, very bad experience. But I lost a lot. I lost a lot because of YouTube. I could have had the world, but because of YouTube, I've done things I shouldn't. I've done a lot I shouldn't. But just like my little buddy, the monk, like he said, as long as you're still breathing. And I guess that's kind of like where I find myself at now. I've got this. I've got all this. And I just need to show people that I still can do this. I'm still that person. And I'm going to continue being that person. So with that being said, Lisa Kay, what you know about Shelby and what you know for the last 7 months that you've been a part of his life, and I've been in jail for the last 7 months, you know nothing about me. You only know what you've heard about me. You're full of shit on a lot of things. I'm telling you right now. You're one of those women who get with people like in jail. You're one of those kind of people. You're just like not today, not tomorrow, Stephanie. You're exactly like that. I have nothing else to say to you, but I know who you are. And I know what you're about. And my brother, he don't think too highly of you anyways, especially when there's another female that's getting ready to take your place. I think he keeps them for about 7 or 8 months. I think that's his time limit, and he gets rid of them and goes to another. But during this time, one thing I want to talk to you guys about tonight, well, I haven't already said, is it's time. It's really time. I'm not getting any younger, of course. I'm not getting any younger at all. I don't have clothes that hardly fit me, but I'm making adjustments for that. Hell, all my old clothes and shit, they don't fit me. which could be a good thing, I guess. I'm not jealous of him. I'm not jealous of him at all, Lisa Kay. You're making me out to be somebody I'm not, and I'm going to stop you. I'm going to stop you. If you want to take this link right now, if you're foolish enough to take this link right now, I'm going to stop you. I'm going to show everybody how good I really am. I'm going to show you how good I am, Lisa. We're going to do this right now. We're going to do this at all costs. All right. It gets set up here. Link's up here, Lisa, if you're not afraid. You know, I guarantee you this Becky, she regrets coming on there last night. But I'll show you how good I am. We don't do this stuff. If you want to come up, if you don't, I'm going to close out because I really, Scott Adams said, Scott, good to see you, buddy. It's good to see you, man. It really is. I wish I'd have listened to you in the past about Jimbo. I wish I would have listened to you, brother. I really do. I wish I'd have listened to you, man. I wish I would have listened to you, bro. That means a lot, man. Wish I'd have listened to you. You know, I wish I'd listened to a lot of them. I just didn't. I just didn't. The link to the chat there, Lisa. Don't forget. Oh, God. If she don't come up, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. I got a lot of things to do tomorrow. I got a meeting tomorrow. The best thing, guys, I guess I can say is this. Never let anyone or anything deter you from doing what you know in your heart that you were meant to do. Remember that, okay? If you feel like you can do something and your heart's saying do it, go do it. Go do it. Go do it. Proverbs 23:7 as in says, as he thinketh in his heart, as is he. There is very, very important. I'm not jealous. You listening to him, I'm not jealous of him. I could care less. Get the fuck out of here, by the way. You're nobody. You actually said you knew Don well. You did this and that. You tried to get into everything. How am I feeling after my dinner? I'm hurting. I'm hurting really, really bad. But all they really did was took x-rays and, you know, it was just, I'm still hurting. Hurting really bad. Hurting really, really bad. They showed me a couple things in my mouth. With that gum, the bottom part of my gum is really hurting. Yeah. Hello, Chaos. I was bragging on you a while ago. I was bragging on you and Sarah both. I was bragging on you. I like Kels. Kels is funny as hell. She really is. I mean, I didn't really take notice of it, but I do now. Her and Sarah both are good. They're good people. Dental pain is hurt. I mean, it is terrible. I said it's hurting. It is hurt. But you have to go back and watch, Kels. You have to go back and watch. I said some good things about you. Everybody about flipped over when I said it, but you know, I guess I get to the point where, and even Katie, some of the things Katie said is right because she did say, "Hey, just go out there and do it," and I'm going to. I've got to. Let's see, my future wife. Wow, what in the hell? That's a good one. That is a good one. I mean, I guess that right there just takes the cake. Anyways, I don't know, guys. I just, I'm right now. I'm full of this life. I'm full of life right now. I've got all these things going right now, and I'm like, I don't want to get ahead of myself. And Jameson's killing me right now with text. He's like, hey, we need to do this, we need to do that. Let's go ahead and show these. I'm like, look, patience, man, patience. Let's just do this. We'll do it. Let's just do it patiently. Patiently. If you go right ahead and do it. Somebody did over in his live a while ago, and I don't know what I was saying. I don't know what I was saying. I was asleep. Spoke thing again. I don't know. A couple shots. Somebody showed stuff in the chat, but no. I'm gonna go ahead. Can you all lightning bolt in the chat? Is everything good now? What about now? Is it good? Is it good? Tell me it's good. Please tell me it's good so I can close out and not be done with this, and we can turn another chapter in life, please. Good deal. Thank you so much. Mandy Cat, some of the messages you've been leaving me on Messenger, it really opens my heart up, and I do thank you for that. It means a lot. It really means a lot. A lot of you all who've messaged me on Messenger, if you guys want to get a hold of me, Lightning Tiger, Ernie Shell on Facebook, um, you can send me messages or whatever you want to do with that. I appreciate that. Thank you. That means a lot. It means a whole lot to me. Thank you so much. You know, there's a lot that's going on with me in my life right now, and I'm kind of, thinking like, hey, can I still do this? And I guess the answer is you got to get out there and see if you can do it. You just got to get out there and see if you can do it. And that's what I got to do. So much respect. God bless you all. I think that'll be the right decision for me. And I'm probably just gonna take me a little bit of rest. I'm gonna take some time to get some rest. I've got to. I've got to. It's too overwhelming for me right now. I've got to rest, and then we're gonna come back, and I'm gonna be that man I once was. Much respect. God bless you all. Thank you all for fighting a good fight. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Sherry. I love you all. Love you guys. Be safe. What is that we say? Let's all say it in chat together. We the people will protect the children at all costs. Have fun, guys. Have fun. Be safe. Be safe.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Stay behind the tree level. I'm going to call his name right now. I'll say his name. This guy. Come here, Cam. Just basically just put it around here. You guys going over here, walk the track. Oh, heard that. Yeah. So we're videoing for my protection, your protection. I can see the social media you're on. Yeah. I can see that. So you care to explain what's going on? I'm just on here browsing, that's about it. Mm-hmm. What's your part today? Oh, I walk the track. I do it every day. That's what I've been doing, walking the track. Good exercise? No, because yesterday I walked 44 miles. Today I'm going 20 miles.
So that's what I'm doing. I ain't got me something to drink, so I'm just come back over here and walk the track.
So you are meeting a young boy here.
I ain't meeting no one here. There's no one here that I'm meeting at all. No one.
That was me. It just texted you.
Okay. I got another
Okay,
one.
cool.
I got another one coming in here too.
Right.
He's my best friend. What do you
Cool.
want now?
Let me just be straight up with you, Tim.
Okay.
I'm not law enforcement. We don't claim to be law enforcement.
Okay.
Okay, is that cool?
That's fine with me.
We've got you on video right now. And just for your safety and my safety and our safety. But you can't be meeting kids on the internet.
Oh, this is my first time ever being on here, you know, and so I don't know anything about it.
But here's the thing. You're supposed to be meeting a 15-year-old. Don't you know that that's wrong?
Yeah. But you know, like I said, you know, I didn't know, you know, like I was telling you guys, you know, this is my first time ever being on here.
Okay, I don't know. I mean, we get a lot of people at first time on there.
Yeah, well, this is my first time ever being on here, so you know.
You see, as we the people, we the predator hunters, as I like to say, we take a little bit of offense toward that. I wouldn't do that if I was you, because there's millions of people out there. You see, we do it the right way. We do it by the law. But there's times the law does not help. Those times are very, 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 very vicious. Vicious indeed. Things can.
It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down.
I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Cause these are my people. And this is my land. This is what we pray for. And this is God's plan.
If you ain't from here, you won't understand. This is my country. This is who I am. So welcome to my house.
Lightning tiger strikes, predators in his sights. Bounty hunter's creed, what skills that only make you bleed. He turns down the wine, but he has the bloodline. He's fierce and strong, fighting all night long. He knows and strong, fighting all night long. He knows you're there as he senses you in the air. The ultimate super soldier of the night. Chaos within sight as his strategies will make you think twice. He is the killer inside. A nightmare to some and a dream to others. He cares for everyone, especially as lonely as the predator. As strong as can be, he takes these fools and makes them see the rescue is near. Make a lean, not sincere. Comfort is done as he turns to run. We the people will protect the children.
just experienced not so crazy kind of time. Just right beside us, literally right beside us, we encountered predators, literally predators. People who don't care about it. People who want to harm you. Think about that. Now we know this trip is full of people like that. And we the people will protect the children at all costs.
The divers, the microwave frequency sounds.
Your name, Jimbo. He is the killer inside. A nightmare to some and a dream to others. He cares for everyone, especially his lover. He is a predator, so strong as can be. He takes these fools and makes them see. The rescue is near. He is the killer inside, a nightmare to some and a dream to others. He cares for everyone, especially his lover. He is a predator, hunter strong as can be. He takes these fools and makes them believe the rescue is near.
It knocked every bit of this out. It hurt hard. It hit me hard. So, and can you tell them what's going on so I can?
Every 40 seconds in the United States, a child goes missing. Some way, a child goes missing. And if you add that up all together, over 800,000 children, that's almost 1 million kids a year in the United States alone. What about these other countries? You can think about it. Just in the United States alone, over 800,000 kids go missing a year. You know, that's where it needs to stop. Well, the thing about what I'm doing now is, no matter how, I could bust Predator now. I could bust one in 5 minutes from here. I could bust one 2 miles from here. I've already looked in. I've already looked and seen what's going on. I could bust them all day, every day. That does nothing. Yeah, it takes a Predator off the street and they get hit with a couple felonies, maybe even intent. Maybe they meet up, actually, and they get intent. It stops nothing, though, because all you're doing is taking a little link off of it and the end of it. So my big deal is, I want to teach general awareness. I want to show people through my eyes what I've seen in tunnels, what I know, the secrets, the signs, the codes, not the FBI stuff, not that stuff that they playing up on now, because it's totally different now. That already got busted and wasted. You know, they still use those signs. Yes, they do. But they go into a more in-depth view of everything now. More different codes. Everything's different. Signs are different. Hand signals are different. Everything is just different. Child trafficking is a different kind of crime.
I mean,
it's not taught
people in there,
the way it needs to be taught.
About 300, 400 people.
What we think, there's evil out here, but what we think is afar is not afar. It's in close. It's right near us. It's our neighbors. It's our people, our own people. But our eyes and our ears have deceived us. Only our God-given hearts will lead us. That's my phrase. If we don't know what to decipher from, if we don't know what to look for, how the hell can we hunt it? General awareness is the key to stopping child trafficking. It's the key to stopping the evil that preys on our children. That's a fact.